There are a lot of little trivia tidbits in the original Battlestar Galactica that many fans of the remake are unaware of. Today we're going to delve into some of them. Welcome to Geek Trivia. The series was first started in 1978, which explains why a lot of fans of the new series dislike the original. The special effects of the time were not up to the levels of today. The first weekly budget for the show was actually $1 million. With the sheer cost of the special effects of the time, they wound up reusing a lot of footage, such as the ship's launching. Now, a lot of people point this out, but they don't realize that was a technique used quite often in the 70s and 80s to help keep within the budget. The series pulled from a lot of different religions. Some points are very heavily Mormon, such as the Quorum of 12, the term sealing for marriage, and several of the moral lessons in the episodes. The ancient Greek religion is obvious in the names later turned into call signs in the remake, such as Apollo and Athena, while others were taken from Moby Dick like Starbuck and Boomer. Then there was Adama, which is Hebrew for ground or earth. Speaking of Judaism, the idea of there being a 13th colony or tribe is based on the idea that when the sons of Jacob divided the two kingdoms of Israel, it was split into 12 tribes, but there was a 13th lost tribe that wandered away from the land. Looking at the designs and names of some of the things in Battlestar Galactica world, there are other ties to Judaism history, like the design of the warrior helmets, which are distinctly Egyptian, and they fly vipers or snakes. This seems like a callback to the Hebrew enslavement by the Egyptians and turning staves into snakes to fight for their freedom. Also, the fact that they were battling Cylon centurions, which brings to mind the persecution by the Romans. Now, speaking of Cylons, they were not originally robots and cyborgs made by humans. In fact, they were a reptilian species which was bent on the eradication of the human race. Now, why they built machines in human form is a little odd. I mean, why didn't they make them after themselves? Now, perhaps they were built in a way to make them fight more like their enemy, to battle like them and really match their abilities. The more likely it was just that so they could put someone in an easier costume to play the role. Now, the series did bring up some struggles of the 70s, such as using women in the military in a combat capacity. This was used in the second episode, Lost Planet of the Gods Part 1, where many warriors were suffering from an unknown ailment and they needed new recruits. Most of the new pilots were young women, including Apollo's new bride, Serena. In the United States, the enlistment qualifications became the same for men and women in 1979, though women were still banned from serving in combat. I personally feel that this shows the writers were trying to make a statement about this with that particular episode. Now, the series hasn't always had an easy going. In 1978, 20th Century Fox filed a lawsuit against Universal Studios for plagiarism, copyright infringement, and unfair competition, claiming it stole 34 ideas from Star Wars. Now, interestingly, Universal filed a countersuit stating that Star Wars stole their ideas from the 1972 film Silent Running and Buck Rogers serial of 1930. 20th Century Fox's claims were dismissed by trial court in 1980, but the U.S. Court of Appeals remanded the case in 1983, and it was later resolved without a trial. So there are a few pieces about the original Battlestar Galactica. What were some of the items you didn't know? And what did I miss? Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think. As always, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!
Thank you for watching. If you liked what you've seen, click the annotations for other videos we have done. If you would like to help the channel grow, please click like and share the video on social media. If you are new to Ollamh Productions, click the subscribe button to keep updated on new videos.